don't really think of them as malicious. I think all the beings are just beings, and that any body of entities, for instance, if say a person is having digestive difficulties and the bacteria in the gut are not well, you could say, well, there's kind of an overseeing intelligence for all the gut bacteria, and it's not healthy, but it's possible to support the evolution of that expression of creation as well. And I remember at the time that this Ebola scenario came forth, I was asking the intelligence of creation, isn't there something we can do? Because we know that these bacteria, they have a fairly short lifespan, and so they morph, they change themselves pretty quickly, and if they're capable of morphing themselves into forms that are detrimental to human life, why not that they could morph themselves into forms that are supportive of human life? And at that time I got a download that suggested that we could do exactly that. In fact, we can turn our own bodies into living, breathing carriers of the very finest, the very highest forms of bacteria that not only would be supportive to our physiologies, but would literally influence the field of bacteria all over the whole earth. And just very, very simply by using the same channels of communication that they've been communicating with us for centuries, for millennium, all these hundreds of thousands of nerves that run between the gut and the spine are already communication channels wide open. So it's just a matter of, within our own body, creating the energy frequency of complete love and appreciation and value and forgiveness, if one's very sick, forgiveness, and sending that to the gut through the communication channels. And they respond because this is a universal language, the language of feeling. So you can, if one does that, you will find that immediately the gut bacteria respond with a wave of love back. And there is a kind of communication that takes place there. And communicating to these beings in our own body allows them to understand their place, their role in the relationship of the wholeness of creation, because we're kind of like God to them, right? We're their ecosystem. And so by blessing them in that way, they begin to respond by reproducing in a way that supports well-being, supports the health of their ecosystem.